Hey there, folks. It's Paul from the Velo Bike Blog. This is episode number 3, and we're going to talk about tubes. If you're new to the channel, I talk about things from a bike mechanic point of view and also tell some corny jokes, and hopefully you can learn something from the experience that I've gained from being a lifelong cyclist. So, let's get started. So, a lot of bikes have tubes. In fact, most bikes have tubes. Tubeless tires are becoming more and more popular among the racer crowd and the hardcore people, but the fact is there's millions and millions of bikes across the country that still use tubes because tubes work. So if you're the family or neighborhood bike mechanic and people are always coming to you with different questions, you can steer them to this video and hopefully we can answer some things for them so they can go into a shop and get the proper tubes that they need for their bike. So, rule number 1. This is very important. There are no standard tubes. There's no such thing. It's not a deal. It just doesn't exist. There is no standard. But in the United States, there's 2 different types of valves. And let's go ahead and take a look at an example here. I got props today. If you put air in your car tires, you've seen one of these before. The little black, little stem looking thing there has a little cap on it. You put the air in there, just like in a car, motorcycle, your dirt bike. This is called a Schrader valve. Schrader valve. It's important. Keep that in mind. This is a certain size. Now, if you bought your bike, like say at Walmart, Target, or some department store, 99.9999% of the time it's going to have a Schrader valve. This is not a bad thing. It's just what it is. So, you want to make sure if you go into a bike shop and you say, I need a tube, you get a Schrader tube. Because if you buy one of these, a Presta valve, which has a different cap, and this little metal thing here, and you turn that down to seal it up. This is more common on like the speedy guy in your neighborhood, the little racer dudes, the high-end bikes take these things. So, be very aware. Presta and Schrader. They are very different. One thing to note, if your rim is drilled for a Presta valve, it's a smaller diameter hole. If you buy a Schrader valve and you try to shove it in that hole, it's not going to work. You're going to be extremely disappointed and you're going to go back to the bike shop or wherever you got the tube and you're going to be highly irritated. So, let's go over it again. A Schrader valve has a bigger hole. A Presta valve will fit in a Schrader rim. A Schrader valve will not fit in a Presta drilled rim. This is very important. So, another thing to be aware of is floor pumps nowadays can inflate either one. They have these magical chucks on them. You just put it on there and start pumping it up and it fills either one. It's the greatest thing ever. So if you go to your local shop and talk to the knowledgeable salesperson there, they're going to show you a pump that's going to be able to do both. Otherwise, if you only have one of these, it will fit in your Schrader rim. And there's a small little adapter that will screw on here. Most bike shops have them, and it's called a Presta valve adapter. And it allows you to use a Schrader chuck to put the air in. Those will save you a whole lot of headache. You just simply screw it on, pump it up, and you're good to go. First you got to open the valve, screw it on, do your business there. It's very simple. So, be aware of that. What else we got? If you want to put sealant in your tubes, they make this green stuff, commonly referred to as slime, will fit right in that valve. You can get a little tool that will take that core out. You put the slime inside, and if you get a little thorn or a goat head, you just pull it out, and it seals it right up, and you keep on riding. You won't even notice. In fact, this is a slime tube. You probably can't hear it, but I can feel the slime in there. I use these on my beach cruiser because nobody wants to get a flat tire at the beach. It causes major problems, especially when your kids get a flat. So, Is anything better than the other? Hard to say. These are good. They last a long time. Take care of them. Don't bend this little piece right here, and it'll still be able to unscrew, and you can get your air in there, and everything's going to be great. So remember, there is no standard tube. There are many, 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 many different sizes. I made a handy little chart there. If you go into a bike shop and you say, I have a beach cruiser with beach cruiser wheels, the bike guy is going to say, well, does it have 26-inch rims? And you say, well, yeah, most likely it does, because I bought it at Walmart or Target, and it's a beach cruiser, and most beach cruisers have 26-inch wheels. So if you look at what I did here, say you have a slightly skinnier wheel, which is 1.95 inches, and they only have tubes that go from, say, 26 by 2.0 to 26 by 2.4. It's going to fit all of these. Tubes will stretch across a different range. Same thing if you have like a traditional road bike. Say you have a 700 by 25 inch. Well, sorry, it's not inch, it's 25 millimeter size tire. You can get a 20 or a 28. They're all going to work. If you have a 38, a 25 is not going to work. It's too much of a stretch. It's just going to thin the tube out and it's going to pop. So make sure you look at the sidewall of your tire, and you're going to see these types of numbers. They put them right on the tire, right on the side of the tire. You may see the brand names, some ISO numbers, all these other different things, but the most important number is this right here, 26X195 or 26X2.25. This little X is pronounced by, like BY. 26 by 2.25. So if you learn this little lingo and you go into a bike shop and you tell the guy, I need this, they're going to say, okay, we got that right here on the shelf. They're going to hand it to you, and it's going to be a smooth sailing for everybody else, or smooth sailing for everybody involved. Now here's the thing. If you don't understand this, it's okay. Just go into the shop and tell them, I have a bike that has numbers like this on the tire, and if you get your phone and take a picture of the sidewall, take a picture of these numbers, and then go into the shop and say, dude, here's my phone, and I got this picture, and I just want to show you the tube that I need because I took a picture of it. It's right here, and I need 2 of them, and if you could give me the ones with sealant, I'm going to be super stoked. And the salesperson there or the bike mechanic's going to look at that and go, I know exactly what you need. I'm going to hook you up. And then you're going to get those tubes, and you're going to go home, and you're going to put them in, you're going to pump up your tires, and you're going to go riding, and you're have fun. And that's what it's all about. It's about having fun. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments, post them down below. Remember to hit subscribe, because next week I'm going to do this again, and I would like to do it again and share some knowledge. So thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next week.